No.
But Mau Mau got 540 billion.
Don't talk about Mau Mau. All of us in Kenya have the attitude where we think once we are in power, we take it all. So don't blame Uhuru. I will not blame William Ruto. These are children of this dysfunctional system which has failed. That is why Gen Zs are in the streets. We have refused to audit what we have borrowed. We are continuing to borrow without saying why we are borrowing.
So Kenya
the law used to say that we should borrow, bring the money to the National Assembly. The National Assembly approves. These are the people's representatives. We actually abdicated on our responsibility and handed that power to the executive. The executive can now borrow money without consulting us. That's where we are.
No. We were
my brother.
Okay.
The second point I wanted to raise. The second point.
Was come from heaven.
They are the one. No. You are the one.
Let him finish.
On that man, you are the one who's talking about Matiang'i.
No, I didn't talk about Matiang'i.
They are so scared of my candidate. He's brilliant.
No, we are not scared of anybody.
Why would you bring his name?
Let us not go off the rails.
Why would you bring his name?
Okay, just a moment.
No, I write on
Point
the
of order.
battle. You remember that?
And then you
He's
got
the one who ensured bodies.
From where?
He's the one who ensured bodies are found in River Yala.
And his friends are the ones who are taking those bodies to Yala.
Allow me to bat it. Okay.
Are the ones who are in government. Then that's why we have.
But
if you are serious, bring an inquest.
This is why.
Bring an inquest.
Can we have Rosa?
Because we are ready.
Okay, just a moment. Let's have.
Our friends are the ones who are taking those bodies to Yala.
This is why.
Okay. I think we're going off the rails.
Point
of order, guys.
Bring an inquest.
I don't accuse.
You can't people here.
These men are ranting. These men are ranting.
I don't have friends who are killing anybody.
In fact,
it is Matiang'i. He was in charge of.
Are we debating?
All right.
I can mention names.
Point of order.
I have mentioned names.
Touch me a second.
Just
touch me a second. Onyonka, point of order, please. Okay, tone down.
Both of them were in government. They were in that government.
Including Matiang'i.
You, Matiang'i, William, all of you are there.
Okay.
All on your horse.
All of you are there.
Don't let me
Rosa,
say.
no. I'm giving a chance to Rosa. Rosa, please.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you very much for your greatest support. Now, yesterday at night, there was a conversation at TV47 between Buyu, Cheregei, and Onyonka. And let me say this: that sometimes these guys normally think that shouting will help, or maybe shouting will make a miracle, do a miracle. But the truth of the matter is, whether they shout, whether they do whatever they want to do, but they don't implement what needs to be implemented, their shoutings will not be enough. Their shoutings will not help. At the end of the day, we will not look at how you shouted. We look at the decisions that you made after shouting, or maybe the decision that you made and made sure that they brought change. That is the only thing that we want to look at. So this issue of these guys shouting at each other, Onyonka shouting at each other together with the Cheregei, does not help. You know, going on TV every day, telling us what you need to do, what needs to be done, what should be done, what was supposed to be done, and yet has not been done, is not going to help us. So I think it's high time these guys, these leaders, stop this narrative of maybe kwenda kwa TV station kupiga makelele. Okay, it's good. Go sell sell yourself. But why sell yourself yet you have the job? You know, the only way that right now personally I believe that the best way that these guys can sell themselves is by getting themselves out of this closet, getting themselves out of this cave, because they're already in this cave. Now, the only way to get out of this cave is by doing what Kenyans want. Whether you shout, you stop shouting, but you're not doing what needs to be done. Hakuna mabadiliko. You know, somebody like there are some people that they don't need to shout. You see people like Babu Wino. Babu Wino hata hitaji kupiga makelele. What he has done has automatically made people love him, and that is why people are saying that he should be the next governor of Nairobi County. Is he shouting? He's not shouting. But we know he's not even shouting with anybody. But look at these senators. Look at these other members of parliament. People like Robert Alai. Keep on shouting every now and then. Well, I've said that ata urukeruke, upande juu urudi chini, uende kando kando. But you're not doing what you are elected to do. What you are elected to do. Hiyo kelele yako ni ya bure kabisa. We are out of that era whereby we were having people like Opiyo Wandayi kupiga firimbi kwa parliament, and that is when now they were known, they were named the firimbi men. We are out of that. We are from that era. We are in the era whereby we have got the millennials, we have got the Gen Zs, and then we have got the Zillennials. These generations, they don't care about what you do. They don't care about how smart you are. They only care about accountability. And that is what these guys need to understand. That the only thing that right now Kenyans care about, or what Kenyans want to see, is accountability. We gave you opportunity. Our parents gave you opportunity to lead. Are you leading in the right direction? Are you doing what you're supposed to be done? If you're not doing what you were supposed to do, then don't count yourself not. Usijihesabu hata pale ambapo watu wanajihesabu. Because why are we giving you opportunity? Simple question. Why are we giving you opportunity to lead us? Why are you shouting? So this narrative, watu kupatana, mara nini wanapiga makelele hapa na pale, wanapiga mara sijui nini. Right now you have ODM, right now you're supporting the ODM, the broad-based government, yet hapo nyuma you said that ODM is full of idiots. That is up to you guys. That is up to you guys. What we want to see, do you really mean what you say? By meaning what you say is, can you really work towards what you promised us Kenyans that you are going to do? As simple as that. So let us stop this narrative of you making noise. People like Boo, you meet on social media, on TV, you make noise, you shout. It won't help us.
We'll accept that this country is bigger than all of us. Whatever the largesse, the pacts, the deals, the transactions that are happening, the truth is, this country needs people to talk with each other, sit and be honest with each other, talk about issues which are affecting this country on a daily basis, discuss those things that would add value for the country to move forward.
Correct.
My argument is, we are too busy. Yes, we must be restitutive. Yes, we must correct the past mistakes. But we are engaged right now of a war of shooting from that corner to that corner, from this corner to that corner. And I fear...
But let me ask you.
Yes.
What would be so discernibly different about this conclave that the BBI report is not really captured? We went all about
the truth is this.
Country of this country.
What I would have
What
hoped,
will be so new and fresh and so eureka moment about this report that has not been discussed?
What will be new is, for example, if my ODM party decides that they are going to say, if you're caught in a corruption scandal, we'll jail you for life. If my party can stand up and say, we are going to agree that nationally, the national government, which President William Ruto is the president, and we are engaged in, resources are going to be shared equitably, fairly through the budget. Making sure that when Kenyans are employed, we need to know how many teachers we have in the TSC. We don't have the numbers. How many public servants do we have? We don't. County governments, we don't. So we are running a dysfunctional system and pretending that it's working.
You should not allow your show to be a rumor milling center. These facts of how many do we have is in Kenya National Bureau of Statistics. You can get that report of 2019.
Dibal,
secondly,
have we ever done biometric registration of all teachers in the country?
The Teachers Service Commission.
Have we ever done a biometric registration of all the military people? No. Have we ever done all the biometrics of the state workers in the Republic of Kenya? No. County governments, maybe two.
But you know that's dangerous because we appropriate budget for those payment of salaries to teachers. So if you say we don't know number, what are we appropriating for?
Most likely ghost teachers.
Okay. We need to bring
Can you allow me now that I listen to him peacefully?
Then we get to our closing remarks.
Yes. And I agree that all these issues that he's saying that we need to talk is through conclave. You cannot be saying, let us talk. Then we ask you, how do we talk? Then you say, no, we don't. So the Senator Onyonka must speak aside.
I am on the side. We don't want leaders.
We don't want leaders.
We have failed.
We don't want leaders who take Chinese dish called sweet and sour. You must pick a stand. Or for people who are good Christians like some of us, you don't like to be Christians of Ludokea.
You still don't know my position? You don't know my position?
Let him finish, please.
I'm shocked he doesn't know my positions.
Let him finish.
I think when ODM came to broad-based, Senator Onyonka is still in his wild chase. But that is beside the point. That is why he needs to pick a point. You're either cold or hot.
I am cold. I am against the broad-based government.
Now the ODM Central Member Committee here official should invite him for disciplinary.
Absolutely, and that is their choice. Let them do whatever they want.
And I'm daring,
Okay, we need to
can I conclude so that Madam Rosaka, I'm daring Onyonka, if he's a man enough, with still something, he can resign in ODM and run again in Kisii.
If you are a man enough, remove me. I was not brought here on a silver platter. I won my seat.
I know you won, but I'm saying even Raila Odinga in the early 90s when he he resigned. And
Raila was not running for senator.
All right, thank you.
No. Let me finish. You know now you
need to go home.
You need to protect me from heckling of Senator.
No, you are the one heckling.
No, I'm not heckling.
You're bringing issues that don't add value to this conversation.
This issue of running, we must have a conversation. Instead of talking at each other, we must start talking. And I think former Prime Minister has given us a proposal. He has said the best we can do is we can have a conversation. And one of the ways is conclave. In fact, to enrich that issue of conclave, we should not see any politician in it. We should have maybe religious leaders, youth leaders or youth, and other stakeholders within a society system. Let us do it at the county level. Make a resolution. Petition us. You are forgetting in the Constitution, there is a provision to petition institutions, to petition Parliament, to petition Executive, to petition Judiciary. That is the design of our Constitution. It cannot be that our friends who don't see the value in what we are saying imagines that if it is Raila Odinga or broad-based government proposing a certain way, it is not in good faith. It is in good faith. And you know there are people who have sacrificed in this country like Raila Odinga for the benefit of the state. You remember in the last Gen Z protest, he sacrificed for this nation to be stable and peaceful and to be cohesive in terms of equity and equality. In the previous, during the handshake of 2018, he did the same. In 2007, he did the same. So unless, and you know he's not power hungry, like some of our opponents, like the former premier, the former deputy president, the former minister of interior, and others, they are just hungry for power. And that is why when you ask them, what is your agenda for Kenyans, they say their priority is to remove Ruto from power. So what? They don't have an agenda.
Thank you.
The agenda is for just power hungry.
Thank you.
And we know what they want.
Thank you. Rosa?
I just want to say this. You asked a question, a pertinent question, that what is the difference?
Strangely, with a 10 trillion shilling debt. He was in the previous government, which was with President William Ruto, where he was with Uhuru Kenyatta. Why were we in ODM making noise about state resources? Because they were taking those resources to certain areas, and they were taking some to his. You see,
which are these areas?
Just wait. He said Nandi got 56 billion. Kisii got
56 million. Please, point of
Hold on, 56 million. But that is not the true fact. No.
But Mau Mau got 540 billion.
Don't talk about Mau Mau. All of us in Kenya have the attitude where we think once we are in power, we take it all. So don't blame Uhuru. I will not blame William Ruto. These are children of this dysfunctional system which has failed. That is why Gen Zs are in the streets. We have refused to audit what we have borrowed. We are continuing to borrow without saying why we are borrowing.
So Kenya,
the law used to say that we should borrow, bring the money to the National Assembly. The National Assembly approves. These are the people's representatives. We actually abdicated on our responsibility and handed that power to the executive. The executive can now borrow money without consulting us. That's where we are. But so before he starts saying how we are going to talk about this equity thing, my brother Cheregei, you know I love you, I respect you, I have a lot of respect. What I'm saying is this. Yes, let us audit state capture. Let us audit historical injustices. Yes. And in finality, Let us audit human rights violations.
But
let us audit. You see what is happening?
Why do we need to audit?
Wait,
but
Justice
ODM has proposed
wait,
all working commission.
Wait,
that came up with the
because, Dibal, the audit will tell you in which mess you are in.
But we already have an audit.
No,
when it comes
there
to
is no
injustice.
audit. The controller of budget and the auditor general don't know what we owe.
Okay, the president.
So
just a
we
moment.
in the National Assembly
But
and we in the Senate.
Just a moment. But the president also attempted to come up with a task force so that we may audit these debts. I think it was challenging court, isn't it?
Let me ask you, why would you get a task force and yet you are not using Parliament and the Senate? I mean National Assembly and the Senate. Why?
But I thought
these are the people's. Wait.
Because
Dibal,
you failed as Parliament.
Dibal, just wait. If we have failed and if we accept that we have failed, then let's go for elections. That's what democracy requires.
Is Kenya a failed state?
Most likely.
Then why would Matiang'i want to lead a failed state?
He's coming to fix the failed state.
But he was part of
the state is failed.
I'm saying.
How can you fix a failed state?
I am saying during the time he was there, I don't know why you are bringing Matiang'i, but let me talk about him. When he was.
I was just asking.
Look at what he did when he was as a minister. Capitation was going to school. Teachers were being paid.
No. We were
My
out.
brother.
Okay.
The second point I wanted to raise. The second
the one who has
point.
come from heaven.
They are the one. No.
You
are the one.
Let him finish.
On that matter.
You are the one who's talking about Matiang'i.
No, I didn't talk about Matiang'i.
They are so scared of my candidate. He's brilliant.
No, we are not scared of anybody.
Why would you bring his name?
Let us not go off the rails.
Why would you bring his name?
Okay, just a moment.
No, I write on
Point
the
of order.
battle before my sister comes on board is that have you realized since IEBC being reconstituted, all opponents of William Ruto have gone silent. In fact, they're hiding in United States of America. They're hiding. Number two, all of them. They are hiding in United. All of them are hiding in United States of America. And I'm happy the agencies of America are dealing with
all
them.
the candidates.
Speaking to their tribesmen in America.
Because they have not been stealing.
Speaking to their tribesmen
let's
in
have
America,
order.
not speaking to Kenyans. Number two, finally, on the issue, by the way, we are not new in Jerusalem. He's the only one who just came from heaven. In fact, during Matiang'i era, he's the one who switched media off. You remember that?
And then you
he's
got
the one who ensured bodies.
From where?
He's the one who ensured bodies are found in River Yala.
And his friends are the ones who are taking those bodies to Yala.
Allow me to bat it. Okay.
Are the ones who are in government. Then that's why we have.
But Matiang'i
if you are
was
serious,
asking them
bring
to
an
present
inquest.
This is why.
Bring an inquest.
Can we have Rosa?
Because we are ready.
Okay, just a moment. Let's have.
Your friends are the ones who are taking those bodies to Yala.
This is why.
Okay. I think we're going off the rails.
Point of order,
guys.
Bring an inquest.
I don't accuse.
You can't accuse people here.
These men are ranting. These men are ranting.
I don't have friends who are killing anybody.
Dibal,
in fact, it is Matiang'i. He was in charge of.
Are we debating?
All right.
I can mention names.
Point of order.
I have mentioned
Touch
names.
me a second.
I'm
Just touch me a second. Onyonka, point of order, please. Okay, tone down.
Both of them were
All
in
of you.
government. They were in that government.
Including Matiang'i.
Dibal.
You, Matiang'i, William, all of you are there.
Okay.
All on your horse.
All of you are there.
Don't let me
Rosa,
say-
no.
No.
I'm giving a chance to Rosa. Rosa, please.
This is a true. This shows that the country is now ready for women leadership. Because if you are going to have men ranting, not being able to talk, not being able to listen to one another, is this what the country is made
Is
of?
the one he didn't want.
So what I'm saying is this, the situation in the country now is actually created by these men. Because they don't want to listen and talk to one another. They want to talk at each other. That is not what this country needs.